The story is a motivational parable contrasting motivation and discipline, using a young runner's journey as the central metaphor. It follows a clear narrative arc, introduction of the problem, relying on motivation. The protagonist's failure due to this flaw, the lesson from a rival and a mentor, the wind versus roots metaphor, the discipline transformation, and the ultimate success. The language is conversational, with a direct address to the viewer's own struggles. It builds to a three-part actionable framework and a call to engagement. Regenerated story, same word count. How many times have you started a new plan with burning excitement, only to watch it fade before the week is even over? You begin on Monday ready to conquer the world, but by Thursday that fire is gone. You find yourself waiting again for that spark to return. If you know that cycle, then you need to hear about a runner named Leo. Leo was a gifted high school senior in a town nestled in the Montana mountains. His natural talent for running was obvious. His form was fluid, his pace smooth. College scouts were starting to take notice. But Leo had a secret weakness that threatened everything. He only trained when he felt inspired. On good days when the weather was perfect and his energy was high, Leo was a machine. He would crush his workouts, logging miles and drills with passion. He felt like a champion. But on the days when he was tired, or the sky was dreary, or that magical feeling just wasn't there, Leo stayed home. He would tell himself he needed rest, that he would make it up later. His training schedule was a map of inconsistency, a burst of effort, then a stretch of nothing. His coach, a seasoned former champion named Coach Reeves, saw the pattern. "Leo," he would say, "you have talent that could win you a state title, but talent without consistency is just potential. It is a promise you are not keeping." Leo would shrug it off. "I perform when it counts, coach. Race day is different." What Leo failed to understand is that race day is built entirely upon training day habits, and his habits were built on shifting sand. His real lesson came from a new student, Eli. Eli did not look like a star. His times were solid but not remarkable. Yet every single morning at 5:30, Eli was on the track. Rain or shine, he was there again every afternoon. Leo watched from his window on the mornings he slept in, thinking, he's going to burn out. You need passion to keep that up. But Eli never burned out. He just showed up. 4 months later at the regional qualifier, the truth revealed itself. Leo led the race early, his talent carrying him. But in the final mile, his body betrayed him. His legs turned heavy, his lungs burned. The debt from all those missed mornings was due. Eli passed him with a steady, relentless pace born of countless quiet sessions. Leo finished 5th, watching Eli win and qualify for state. That night, sitting alone on the cold bleachers, Leo finally understood. He hadn't lost a race. He had lost to himself, over and over. The next morning he went to Coach Reeves. "I need to learn how to show up," Leo said, his voice quiet. "How do I do what Eli does?" Coach Reeves took him to the field. "See those old pine trees?" he asked, pointing to the horizon. A strong wind whipped across the ground, bending the grass. "That wind is powerful. It feels amazing. That is motivation." Then the wind stopped. Everything went still, but when it leaves, everything stops. He turned to Leo. "Now look at the trees." The wind did not break them. Why? Because of their roots, deep, unseen roots that grew slowly, regardless of the weather. Discipline is like those roots, Leo. It is not glamorous. It works silently under the surface. But when the wind of motivation stops blowing, discipline is what keeps you standing. Coach laid out a strict 90-day plan. Your job is to build roots. Every session you mark an X on this calendar. Never break the chain. If you are sick, you adapt. You do not skip. The chain stays unbroken. The first day was a war. Leo's alarm felt like an enemy. He felt no excitement. He repeated the new mantra, "My roots do not negotiate with the wind." He went. He marked in 10th. The first weeks were a struggle against every instinct, but he kept showing up. One morning he left a party early while his friends joked about his obsession. "I am not becoming obsessed," Leo replied. "I am becoming disciplined. There is a difference." By week 7, he was sick. The old Leo would have taken the week off. The new Leo did gentle stretching and visualization. He marked the 10th the chain held. After 90 days of unbroken 10s, Leo was transformed, not just physically, but mentally. He no longer waited for a feeling, he simply was the person who showed up. Eli noticed the change and nodded with respect. "You learned the secret," he said. "It is just showing up, every boring day." At the state championship, Leo stood at the line as a different athlete. The race was punishing. When his body screamed to quit, it was not motivation that answered. It was the memory of every cold morning, every marked X, every root he had grown. He crossed the line, earning a place on the podium. He smiled not just at the medal, but at the person he had built through simple, daily action. Your story is the same. You are waiting for the wind, for that perfect feeling to start. But it will always fade. The work that lasts is built by roots, by discipline. If you are ready to build yours, start with these 3 laws. Law 1, schedule your action. Do not wait to feel it. Law 2, never break the chain. Track your commitment daily. Law 3, adapt but never skip. The chain must remain. Choose one habit. Commit to it for 90 days. Come to the comments and tell me what it will be. If this story showed you that discipline beats motivation, please share this with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe to Stories of Motivation for more lessons to help you build your own foundation. Remember, the wind is entertaining, but it is the roots that make you unshakable.